And now for something completely different. It's Thursday, and I just watched 3 episodes of Flight of the Conchords and the documentary. I was just sitting on the couch with some cats, 2 of them, and watched 3 straight episodes and the documentary that Hannah did. Hannah. I think if I could have a ringtone from any song on the show, it would have to be Too Many Dicks on the Dance Floor. I love that song. And could you imagine being in like a library or something and Too Many Dicks on the Dance Floor starts playing? I think it would be awesome. Embarrassing, but awesome. So, the restaurant hasn't called me back yet. I feel like I'm destined to have job opportunities and then the people don't call back. But yeah, it's a little disheartening when they tell you, oh yeah, we'll call you to let you know what hours, and then they don't call you for 2 days. Yeah, so I'm not a hostess. I'm a flight attendant, though. I wish an airline would hire me for a flight attendant. Could you imagine? I wonder what the specifications are. Liking Flight of the Conchords. Serving drinks. Looking really good in blue. Check. So, for Vlogust, I'm going to be talking about Monty Python and the Rattly Box. My favorite member of Monty Python is Graham Chapman. I read his Liar's Autobiography, which is an autobiography, but only sort of, because the rest of it is crazy. The reason why a lot of people don't like him as much as the others is because he was a very shy person, but he was a very intelligent, very smart, very funny guy. And he was a doctor. And I really think that that was cool, too. He was a funny doctor. He had a really fun bedside manner. Another thing about Graham Chapman is, yes, he was the gay member, but it never really mattered. And you never really would have, like, they never really played it up the way that they kind of play things up nowadays. And it's just kind of like, so what? And that's the way the members felt, too. I'm so immature, I keep saying members and kind of going hee hee. My second favorite member of Monty Python is the English major, Eric Idle, who is responsible for all of the songs, except for 1 or 2, like the Lumberjack song and stuff. And he wrote by himself. Eric Idle was always alone writing his own stuff, and that's admirable, I believe. And he's also my twin. We were both born on March 29th. He's 44 years older than me, but he's my 44-year-old twin brother. We're like this. The Python member who reminds me the most of my dad is Michael Palin, because my dad is just like that. He's sort of sweet, he loves to travel, he's silly. If you ever watch Michael Palin's travel specials on sometimes the Travel Channel, I know that they're on PBS sometimes, they're very, very funny. So if you're ever wondering what my dad is like, Michael Palin. Then you've got your Terry Jones, who's very into history, and he's done a lot of history specials. And he and Michael Palin are like this. They're best buds. He's the Welshman. And whenever he was upset, Graham said that he would get the high Welsh squeak, where he'd be like, no, you don't understand. Yeah, that's how he talked. And he also wrote The Labyrinth, which most people don't know. But The Labyrinth original story was by Terry Jones from Monty Python. The more you know. And then you got your John Cleese, who everybody knows. He's done countless things like Fawlty Towers, and he was in Harry Potter as Nearly Headless Nick, at least for the first 3 movies, and then they stopped using him for some reason. But I love him. He's done a lot of voice work, too. And he did Fierce Creatures, I think, and A Fish Called Wanda. He did A Fish Called Wanda, and that's such a good movie. I love that movie. And Michael Palin is in that one, too. I feel like I'm talking really quickly. I'm talking really quickly because I don't want this to be a really long vlog. And then finally you've got the American, Terry Gilliam, who's a famous director. He's done all sorts of stuff. He did something with Johnny Depp, the Man of La Mancha, which didn't happen, so then they turned it into a documentary about how the movie didn't happen. But he's a really good director. He's done Time Bandits, Jabberwocky, I think he directed, and he ended up directing a lot of the Monty Python movies as well, because Terry Jones was too busy being in them. So, those are the guys. It's